Hi, I'm Sheree. Welcome to my channel Siren Hair Art. Today I've got a tutorial to show you how to create this pretty half up bridesmaid's hairstyle. So the first step in creating this style, I'm firstly going to prep Emily's hair with Revive Me Dry Shampoo. This is great to give grip, texture and some root lift through the hair so it's easy to work with, it doesn't fall flat, and I can get a little bit more root lift through the crown area where I need it. I'm just going to go ahead and spray that through now, through the roots and through the mid-lengths too. You can direct it exactly where needed. So this is great to give a lift-in feel to the hair, a little bit more grip, especially if they've washed their hair too early as well. It just gives you that lift-in feel so it's easy to work and put the curl through the hair. So I'm going to do the parting. I'm doing an angled parting if you have a look. She wears her hair on the right, so I'm angling the parting from the right, directing it towards the crown. This is great because it'll feel like you've got more lift instantly on the crown and then a more sweepy section through the front, which is a nice style for a bridesmaid's hair. So I've put that section in, that's going to stay where it is now. Brush it all back, and now I'm going to start from the nape and start my curls. With the curling technique, I'm using GHDs and I'm going to direct the curl down towards the floor and alternate each section that I do. I'm alternating the curls. So the first section will be curled and I'll twist it to the right, and you see how I'm keeping the GHDs pointing down, and then I'm just going to drag that through the hair, and then I'll follow this pattern for this first section, and then we're going to flip it and direct it the other way. So we'll alternate each layer a different direction, and I'm going to follow exactly the same all the way through, just to the crown, and the sides I'll direct back. So I'll carry on curling. So now I'm getting up to the side section. You can see I'm going to keep this separate because these side sections are all going to be directed back. That's because with this style it looks pretty when the curls are on the face that they fall back, and then the sections that I do take back, the curls will help me direct the hair and it'll all flow nicely. So I'll just section each side. So my parting's already in, so that's staying where it is. Clip them, and then I'm back following exactly the same pattern, alternating the direction on each section of hair. I'll just follow that up to the crown now. that's this section done at the back. I've directed each section, followed it one way and then the other, and I kept the direction pointing down, so whether it was this way or this way, it was still pointing down. And I've followed each pattern and kept my sections really neat, so I haven't lost my way. My two front sections are still divided separate, so that's what I'm going to work on next. So while this is cooling, I'm just going to give it a light spray. Then I'm going on to my next side section. Starting at the bottom and working my way up, and then I'll keep these sections directed back. Because we're doing a sweepy fringe at the front, I'll pull that a little bit looser. So now I'm on my final section here. Because I want the fringe sweepy, I'm just going to take that in tiny sections and then use the heat from the roots to drag that down and then do a slight bend, directing it back off the face at the end. So that'll give me the sweep, the glide, and then the twist at the bottom, just really soft. Do that in really small sections. And then when it's brushed together, it'll give you a real perfect finish. So again, while that cools, I'll spray that and then do exactly the same on the other side. So that's all my curls done. I'll move everything around so you can see. All directed back, smoothed and pulled around the face. All directed back, and just that front piece just smoothed and pulled back. So it falls nice. And then all of these curls were directed different directions on as I carried on up the head. This will have a final spray. So to start the style now, we just need a section from the crown. We're not going too far back, we're not going too far forward. So I always think about 2 inches from the hairline. We're taking a straight section. So if you have a look at that, that's my angled parting that's in there now. And then about 2 inches deep, I'm doing a straight section from the crown, and then I'm just going to loop that back a little bit so it's more like a semicircle as it gets towards the ends. So your section will just get a little bit more shaped and curved around. So when you pull it back, you'll see it'll be fuller on the crown and slightly curved round. So the section will be a little bit wider, lower on the side there. So this will be the start of the height on the top. I'll just take a small section at first from this semicircle shape all the way across. So I've got that front panel right on the crown. That's going to be the start of the height. These sections are just left out. You don't need to worry about them yet. So I'll lift it up and I'll back brush it, and we'll give it a light spray to hold and give you volume on the crown. So I follow that down just to say 3 times. But I'm taking that from each width of the section that you've done, so it's not too narrow, not too wide. Brush it up, softly back brush, spray, and then let it drop forward. Then one more, all the way across. Softly back brush, spray, and let it drop. So this is your curl underneath. That's going to stay as it is. We'll dress that out at the end. This section here now we can bring back and start brushing and securing into the right area that we want to grip it. So I'll just spray it again. Keep my back brush with me and just softly brush over it, and you can see the back brushing has given me that padding and fullness, but it's still keeping that soft smoothness on the top as well. So I'm happy with that. I'm just going to hold it and then grip it into shape. So I can either pull it up a little bit higher and fuller, a little bit lower. So we're just going to do it wherever we're happy with the fullness on the top. I just want it medium fullness. I don't want it too hard, I don't want it too flat. So a little bit of fullness so you can see some shape from the front and just give you a little bit of shape, and the profile is really pretty. So we'll grip that, just normal grips. Couple across, straight across. And that'll secure that now. Let's have a look at that. So that's how the shape's going to start coming together. Okay, the next section is working on the sides. This is a half up style, and we said we wanted a sweepy fringe. So the next step now is deciding how much to leave down. So with this style, we'll normally take a section, just a small fringe section that we're leaving down, and follow that line around to just in front of the ear. Depends on the hairline as to how if you have it straight or slightly further back on the temples, just to fill in the hairline. So we just want a soft, pretty shape at the front. And then the rest of it now will be part of the style that we're bringing back. Just a light spray, a light brush. And then with this section, we're doing a 2-section pattern where we'll twist it and then pin it in. So it looks really effective, really pretty, but it's simple to do. So our first section at the top, splitting in 2. The front section will sit over the top, and then this section underneath, we'll take a section that we've got from the front panel and bring that over. Let that drop. The section underneath, we'll bring another piece in on the sides, let that sit over. The next one again, keeping what we want down at the front. This will come over. So following exactly the same twist pattern, each side from the underneath, picking it up, adding it into the twist and pulling it round. So I've got enough twist now. That's going to be pinned in over the top of these grips here, and then we can pull it out and loosen that shape. So we're just going to pin that in. I've curved it round, so we're not pinning it in flat, I'm pinning it in while it's curved and looped round. That's that one done. That's going to sit directly under that twist and over the other side so they cross over. So this is the finished look. I'm just going to add the final finishing touches now, which is this really pretty pearl pin that just fits directly in the middle, pushes in and just gives that real perfect, real pretty finish to the hair. So it's great for any bridesmaid, any prom style. It's a perfect look and real simple to create, but really pretty and eye-catching and great to photograph from all angles too. So I hope you like it. Thanks for watching my tutorial today. Please follow me on Instagram, Siren Hair Art. I hope you're inspired to create this look yourself and tag me in. Please be sure to give me a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and thanks for watching.